This 3-Minute Egg is supported by Skewed Visions, presenting Cubicle, a year-long series of site-specific podcasts designed to be watched at work. Cubicle.skewedvisions.org.
The police and the army both said sorry, and now hardly anyone's left. Yet I feel the breath of something on my heels. The sun is the and every lover is under the cover. Someone is better to each other. You will wonder whether mothers and motherfuckers are running cause someone for punishment. Others running for sustenance. I'd rather run roads than the government. We are roaches. They don't know who they walking with.
This is El Guante. He's a poet and rapper in the Twin Cities. Relatively new to the scene, but he's taken it by storm. And here he is in rehearsal for his CD release party for An Unwelcome Guest. It's a concept album that deals with everything from social displacement to zombies. We're going to talk with Guante and Big Cats about their collaboration and ask Guante about the dueling facets of his artistic life on this edition of 3-Minute Egg.
So many of us are so close. All we need is one more push. So many of us are so close. So many so all alone.
Being able to write a story within 3 minutes is one thing, but being able to write a story over an hour and still have each individual song be musically engaging and all that it seemed like a fun challenge. The kind of basis behind it was I wanted to do a longer series of songs about displacement and about the movement of people because of government oppression or whatever. And it kind of evolved from that into a larger narrative on violence and how when the powers that be push either an individual or a community, they can neither control nor predict like how that individual or community is going to push back. We don't know each other super well, but we've been working together for like a year now, and I know that Big Cats is a hip-hop head, and like because of that, I think that reined me in a little bit. Like my ideas were to just go crazy and do like spoken word, melting into rapping, into like experimental album, but I think those impulses and the impulses to just make like good rap music, I think combined really, really well on this album.
Lord knows situations is changing, but I can't imagine amateurs is taking your place. And it ain't no fairy tale, baby, I ain't slaying no dragons, cause maybe I'm in love with one.
Working with Kyle, there was a lot, and especially for the project we're doing, where it's a concept album where every song has to tie into the bigger story. We're not just making a bunch of individual songs. There was a lot more back and forth between the two of us in terms of, just changing arrangements, really having to choose very carefully what beats are going to work together to create the right mood or to, kind of fit just stylistically what's going on in the story at that point. So compared to working with some other rappers where it was kind of, I have a beat, my work is basically done, here I hand it to you, you do what you want with it. This was much more of a group effort where we were, Kyle had input on the music. I wasn't just handing him finished beats. Being a musician first and then coming to beat making, playing instruments, playing in bands, taking lessons for 10 years, all that stuff, and then coming to making hip hop, the beats I make are a lot kind of more textured and layered and denser than most hip hop beats. So I think it just lends itself more easily to a full live band type of setting.
One of the things that this album does that I tried to do very intentionally was play with perspective. So the voice on the album isn't always the narrator. It isn't always the the people who are being displaced. The narrator isn't always the person who's being displaced, and there's also zombies going on. So the idea is that it muddies the lines between who's who, not just artistically but politically too.
These last days remind me that your spirit never faded when facing a breaking point. Made a choice, right brain told you that we should make love. Left brain told you that we should break up, and we just stay in bed choosing not to wake up. Wrapped in the daybreak, no one to save us, floating away, but never reserved. I'll keep singing our song even if I can't remember the words.